The President is very welcome to Ireland. He has, as you've said, Tom, been in Belfast and into County Louth. He'll be in Dublin. He'll be in Mayo. And his visit, of course, comes at the moment where we commemorate, celebrate 25 years of peace, 25 years of the Good Friday Agreement in Ireland, and at a time, as you say, where unfortunately the Democratic Unionist Party maintains its veto of government, its boycott of government in Belfast. So I'm disappointed about that. I think it would have been a really momentous occasion to have President Biden address the Assembly in Belfast. But the DUP, as of yet, have not resolved to join with the rest of us around the executive table, almost a year out from the election, it has to be said, to bring government and progress to people of the North. But I really hope that this visit will serve to focus minds, to strengthen people's resolve. And I really hope that we're not facing into more limbo and more delay. What we need now is progress, and we need government in Belfast.
I completely understand the argument you're making, Mary Lou. The unionists obviously disagree with that. The question is President Biden an independent arbiter? Could he have achieved anything? Because the unionists say he isn't. He clearly is not the sort of president to make the same sort of progress that some of his predecessors have done with the unionist community, such as Bill Clinton.
I don't accept that. I mean, I think the Biden administration have been absolutely crystal clear and consistent in defending the Good Friday Agreement and defending the peace settlement, the peace accord, and being very clear that Brexit, the fallout from Brexit, cannot damage what we have built over the last quarter of a century. And that's a very important message. It's also not a partisan message. It's simply a statement of political fact and a recognition of the fact that the United States has invested very, very considerably in progress in Ireland. So it should not surprise anyone, be they unionist or otherwise, that the United States will defend that which they have helped build. I'd also say this, Tom, in fairness, I mean, the Prime Minister of Britain primarily has a duty to influence unionism, to influence the DUP, to impress upon them that there is not another viable alternative other than proving again that power sharing in Belfast can work, and to make very clear that if Jeffrey Donaldson or anyone else harbours any notion of a return to direct rule, that is not on the cards. So, I mean, the challenge now really is for the British Prime Minister, I would argue, to step up his efforts, his administration's efforts, and to ensure that they are not party to further drift, because that certainly would help nobody.
Yeah. Let me ask you about the Joe Biden that you know. You met him several times. He is an Irish nationalist. He hasn't hid that throughout his long career in the Senate before he got into the White House and was vice president. Do you think he believes eventually in Irish reunification like Sinn Féin does?
Well, I certainly hope so. But then I would say that anybody, any Democrat, and I don't mean that just as in an American Democrat, I mean anybody who believes in democracy, surely to goodness could accept the need for Irish national self-determination.
Yeah. Has he told you he believes in Irish republicanism and reunification?
No, the president has always been steadfast in his love of Ireland. I mean, if you've heard him speak, and I'm sure you have, Tom, you've heard about the Blewitts and the Finnegans, his family in County Louth, his family in Mayo, which he is passionate about. He says from time to time when he's describing different things, he says, and that's the Irish of it. You know, generally things that are humorous or in some way, challenging to authority. I think he likes that aspect of his Irish genetics.
I'll put him down as a Republican in your view then.
But you can sign yourself up while you're at it, Tom, if you wish. I mean, we'll take all comers who take an interest in Ireland and who, like I, see incredible opportunity for our country over the next decade. Ultimately, the Irish people arbitrate and vote on that matter. And as Irish as President Biden is, he doesn't have a vote here, so he will not have a vote on that matter.
Mary Lou McDonald, President of Sinn Fein, thank you so much for talking to me tonight.